dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back.
Welcome everybody to the Western States Racing League. Live from Bristol, 200 laps. I'm Alan Bergen, and alongside of me, my brother from the north, a little bit under the weather, but Liam, it's been a while since we're getting to do anything together. Welcome, my friend, to Bristol Motor Speedway.
Yeah, I'm glad to be here. It's been a little while since I've been able to be up in the booth, so I'm hoping that we can do our best up here, because these guys always put on a great show week in and week out. It's a great deal to be with this league, Western States Racing League, once again.
Well, without further ado, we're going to get to that starting lineup here with Lyle Swearingen on the pole here tonight. Alongside him, Ryan Steele securing that outside pole. On the inside of row number 2 will be Chad Simpson. Bentley Glazer on the outside, starting P4. Justin T. Wilkinson, JTW, starting on the inside of row number 3 with Bob Beltrami, the Beltrami Salami Machine, starting in that 6th position. Starting 7th tonight will be Chad Stearns. Alongside of him will be Chris Samard. Brian Barnes will start 9th. 10th will be Todd Miles. 11th will be Sean Breetzman. Butch Davis in that FBR contingency will be starting 12th. Moving a little bit deeper into the field, starting 13th will be Charlie Widener. Starting 14th will be Christian Bishop. 15th starter will be William Fletcher. Earl Weaver will start 16th. David Weaver will start 17th. Dennis Fuson in that number 11 will start on the 18th position. Securing the 19th qualifying position will be Dustin Burns. Wayne Hutchinson will start 17th. Scott Kukas will start 21st. Dan Brazington will start in that 22nd position. Julian Ricci in that number 97 truck, he'll start in that 23rd starting position, and starting 24th will be Heath Smith.
After that, we've got Rob Haynes, Daryl Scott, Barry Phil, Keith Kelman, Andy Werica, and James Campbell going to round out the field of 30 today here at Bristol. 200 laps on the high banks here. Passing is going to be a premium, and well, I wouldn't be too shocked if we saw some beating and banging and tempers flaring before the end of this one.
But before we get going here, Liam, we're going to get 2 parade laps around Bristol Motor Speedway. And it's been a tale of 2 seasons. Justin Michael not having the season that he was hoping to have in that Toyota Tundra. Not even in the field tonight.
Yeah, it's tough to have to think about drop weeks this early in the season, but it's just, I mean, it is part of it. Sometimes you have a good race, sometimes you have a bad race, sometimes you can't make them all.
Well, I know
what he's able to do moving forward.
As I said, I know one thing. Justin Michael would love to get those drops early out of the way.
Lyle Swearingen going to lead it down to the green here. We've got Ryan Steele on his outside, Chad Simpson, that Dr. Dabber machine that we've seen on this racetrack so many times. Bentley Glazer out here, he put down a fast qualifying lap in 4th. One of the faster drivers in practice, so he'll be one to keep an eye on. Along with that, 5th place starter with JT Butler.
Liam, this is the moment we're waiting for. Bring it to green.
Green flag is in the air. Swearingen gets out to a decent start, but look at the outside. Here comes Steele.
Yeah, I mean, they're already 3 and 4 wide here on lap number 1.
Oh, and we've got one around. It turns 3 and 4.
And that would probably...
Going to bring out our first caution of the day.
Charlie
Looks like a
White.
yellow car. Todd Miles, 19.
Oh,
Just
there it
gets
is,
in there a
right
little
Oh.
hot. Yeah, he just got in there a little hot. Widener jumps down to take the pit lane. Unfortunate, but what he has to do in that situation, he's going to lose all of his track position.
Yeah, that's unfortunate for Charlie Widener, but I think he'd rather lose the track position than to have a hurt truck.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no good time to have an incident in a race, but having it early gives you the most time to recover, of course, and that's going to be a lot better than having this problem with 50 laps to go.
Real quick, Babs checking in like she always does. Watching from O'Fallon, Missouri tonight. You want to know where everybody's watching from? Well, Babs, I am about 45 minutes south of you here in wonderful House Springs, Missouri.
Yeah, probably like 8 hours north up in the Twin Cities, Minnesota. So we're not neighbors or anything, but we're watching. We're watching together. And we appreciate everybody who's watching here together with us tonight. I know I harp on it all the time, but these guys put on such great racing, such a great show. I mean, they consistently have over 30, 35 trucks, and they can pull off some of the cleanest racing I've seen. It's definitely one to get notifications on, hit that bell. So you never miss a Western States Racing League race.
It's funny that we are the nightcap on Tuesday nights. Unfortunately, we're like Sunday Night Football now. We're the only thing on Sunday night or Tuesday night.
That's all right, though. We've got the nightcap on Tuesday. People tuning in at the end of their days. Waving off the restart this time around from potential scoring issues here. I believe we are going to do this one single file just because of the first lap incident. Standard ruling here, if there is an incident within one lap of a restart, then the ensuing restart will be single file.
And that's going to play into Ryan Steele's hands right there because once he hits that Geico restart zone, he can choose to take off a little bit earlier or a little bit late, get that jump. And these guys are really going to play mind games with each other all night. That's what I love about the restart zone.
Yeah, we'll have to see what we get here with the single file. I would assume that Steele's going to be able to get an initial jump. Maybe get that lead for a couple laps before Lyle Swearingen can really start chasing it back down.
Yeah, and as we get ready to go green, the lights are out on the racetrack. Around the racetrack.
Race car is going to make that hard left turn. Everybody all the way up at the tippy top of the banking. Into that zone. Green flag is out, and Steele gets away by a couple car lengths already.
That's that wonderful restart that he needs to have every single time. And, I look at two ends of this field. This is what I love about short track racing, Liam. And I know you can attest to this. You're watching two races on the same track. Not only are you watching the front half of the field, but we're going to come all the way back here to James Campbell in that number 30 in that 73 truck. These guys have to make moves hard, fast, and early because Ryan Steele is going to be on these guys within 15, 20 laps.
Caution's out once again here. That'd be Bob Beltrami.
Right. That's the first caution.
I'm not. Maybe Earl Weaver?
Oh, you know what?
I'm seeing a couple incidents, but they're not consistent with the timing.
They're not. There goes Earl Weaver, right on around too much of the go-go gas on the on corner exit, maybe. We bring it back out to the live frame.
Oh, yeah.
And so when you're in the back of the field, like the 73 truck of Andy Warwick and James Campbell and Charlie Widener, the cautions are really not you're gonna be okay with the cautions. Now, if you're Ryan Steele, Lyle Swearingen, Chad Simpson, in my opinion, the cautions are like, come on guys, let's put some laps together, right?
Yeah, it does get tough to get those laps flowing here, but it's part of the short track race and so much going on in such little space.
I call it jet planes in the gymnasium. kind of like the clash that's about to happen, right?
Oh yeah, that's gonna be crazy.
Hey, let's put a 3,400-pound stock car on an asphalt track inside of the town football stadium.
Well, it's worked for the lesser divisions. I'm excited to see how it goes. It's going to be a very interesting weekend here for the Cup Series at Bowman Gray.
I think it takes a lot of drivers back to the roots of NASCAR. But nonetheless, the lights are out on that iRacing.com pace truck, and they're out around the speedway. And Liam, we're going to finish this race under the lights here, and that's what I'm excited. Not only are we short track guys, but we're dirt guys, and we just love light under the lights racing. As Ryan Steele's going to enter that Geico restart zone one more time, we're going double foul, and he is down and away. Ryan Steele's going to get the whole shot. Here comes Lyle Swearingen. He's going to chase after him, almost match his line. Bentley Glazer back there in that number 87 truck. He's going to look to the outside. He's going to bring JTW right along with him. JTW catching a little bit of the wall there. Just on his inside is that Dr. Dabber, number 42, of Chad Simpson. There's a hole. He's got to find his way into it. Concrete track does not like these tires. Ooh, JTW gets a little bit loose. Going to gather it back up, gather his bearings back by himself. Bentley Glazer closing in on Ryan Steele. Is going to look to make that move to the inside. Thought better of it. Chad Simpson running that high line. Ooh, Bentley Glazer makes a move to the inside for the lead. Door bumper not so clear yet. Now he's clear. Lap number 19 gives the lead to Bentley Glazer. JTW coming right along with them. Ryan Steele losing wholesale positions. He's getting very loose. Chad Simpson going underneath him. Bob Beltrami, the next car in line to get around Ryan Steele. Ryan Steele bleeding position. Bentley Glazer sets the fastest lap of the race. If you're Dennis Huson, you gotta run. And we are under caution once again. Charlie Widener brings out the yellow. There's Charlie Widener. Catches the apron a little bit and around he goes with spin cycle and no foul. Just bring out the yellow. (22 laps in the books). So far, the running order is Bentley Glazer, JTW, Chad Simpson, Ryan Steele has put the proverbial bandage on the bleeding back there in that fourth position. Bob Beltrami will start to his inside. We managed to get a handful of laps in this time. Guys are getting lined up 2 by 2, Noah's Ark style. Lights are still on my iRacing.com pace car. Once these guys get settled into a rhythm, these guys are going to get single filed out and they're going to start getting laps off the board. The lights are out around the Bristol Motor Speedway and on the iRacing.com base car. Bentley Glazer, JTW on the front row. Chad Simpson, Ryan Steele will make up that second row. The iRacing.com pace car makes a hard left turn. Bentley Glazer on the button, and we are back to green flag racing from Bristol. Bentley Glazer gets the jump on JTW. We got a whole gaggle of trucks back here doing a John Force style side by side. Chad Simpson going to the inside of Ryan Steele. Ryan Steele trying to battle back on the outside. Can't make it stick, and Chad Simpson's going to slide up in that third position. Bob Beltrami and Butch Davis getting side by side with each other, and insert comes Christian Bishop in that number 26 truck. He's going to get in on the action too. Good. Bob Beltrami to his inside. Ooh, we almost had some contact.
Yeah, Beltrami came right up there in front of Bishop. Bishop might have given him a little space there. It's kind of early. Apologies for the technical issues I had on my end. Should be all right for now. Mr. Bishop went to the bottom side, now trying to get it past Bob Beltrami. Slides up, almost makes contact, but
he's unable to use up all the racetrack that he wants to now that he's got to enter in on the bottom.
Yeah, Ryan Steele, you know, is all the way, is now mired back in that fifth position. I don't know what happened to his truck, whether he got really loose, started bleeding position, but for right now, looks like he is going to be discontent riding inside that top 5.
But he definitely put a lot of load on the tires at a track like this, so if you get one big slide, that can really heat him up. And you don't have a lot of time to cool him back down here, so if you get really loose, Oh, problems. JTW around in turn 1. That's going to bring the caution out.
Caution on lap number 33. JTW, well, that is one shake machine that is not broken. He's going to go slide for life and spin it out. No harm, no foul. And Liam, this is very easy to do on this racetrack and spin these trucks out.
Oh, yeah. He's lucky that it didn't end up getting any bigger than it was. Got a little contact there from 24 coming past, but
relatively minor incident here for Bristol standards.
Taking a quick look at the weather right now, it is 74-degree ambient air temperature with a 58% relative humidity. So by my standards, that's a Chamber of Commerce type of day. Now the track temp is at 80 degrees, so it's only 6 degrees warmer than the air temp. So I mean, you know, the concrete and Goodyear really don't mix at these speeds.
yeah, and these guys, of course, are limited in terms of how many tires they get. Given 3 extra sets, plus the one that they start with.
These guys will have to worry about that later on in this race. When do you take those tires? How much are they going to fall off?
Well, I can tell you right now, there's a name in the top 5 that I haven't been able to see in the top 5 since I was running this league, and that's Bob Beltrami in the Beltrami Salami number 14 Toyota Tundra. I mean, a lot of these guys, this is the competition that we see and day in and day out in this league, Liam. And that, you know, when I was running this league, you had guys like Barry Phil, even Earl Weaver was up there running the top, you know, in the top half of the field. I mean, this is a very competitive league as the iRacing.com pace car lights will go out.
Yeah, it is a very competitive league, but we still definitely see our heavy hitters up at the front. The names like Bentley Glazer, Chad Simpson, Butch Davis, Lyle Swearingen, he's up in the top 10 still. Obviously, we've got JTW just spun out. He's back in 25th. Charlie Widener, another strong guy. He had that incident at the start. Looks like he hasn't come back to the racetrack since.
As the iRacing.com pace car gets ready to make that hard left turn. Bentley Glazer will bring us back to green flag racing. Off turn number 4 through the Geico restart zone. And we are back to green flag racing here on lap number 37. Here we go.
Strong start from the inside there for Glazer. Gonna get away by a little bit here, but don't count out that 42 car right here on the restart.
Yeah, right now the top, you know, 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th, they're just battling it out here.
Bit of an incident down the front straightaway. Looks like Daryl Scott got turned up into the outside wall. There's no caution there, but
things heating up for the race lead right now. Chad Simpson to the top side.
Chad Simpson takes that lead away from Bentley Glazer. The FBR contingent very strong here in this racing league. And I mean, this, you know, the FBR contingent is about as strong as a team that I have ever seen come across in this league. As JTW goes for another spin, and tonight's race is sponsored by the letter Y for yellow. Ooh, he likes the number 97 truck. Oh man. That one there, Liam, I think might have pegged his fun meter for the night.
yeah, that truck was not handling well, and the temper's already starting to flare up here at Bristol. A couple of drivers are getting feisty on the chat.
Liam, I think we live for feisty.
Sometimes.
I think we live for feisty. But if you're a driver like Daryl Scott back here, Scott Kirkus, you know, in the back half of this field, you're appreciating this caution right now because it's only going to be a matter of time with the laps that, you know, Chad Simpson's clicking off. That Chad Simpson was coming.
Definitely got some speed on that 42 machine right now.
Well, and that's the thing, Liam, is, you know, the FBR, the FBR contingent. I call them the contingency. They are as strong this year as they were last year. Last year they were putting finishes together. This year they're going after race wins. And that whole
trophy hunting.
Yes, and that whole team is gelling like Magellan. Nonetheless, the lights are out on that iRacing.com pace truck, and they are out on the Bristol Motor Speedway. We're going to be going green next time by, and it's almost like we're getting enough laps to keep these restarts double file.
Yeah, just enough laps to keep it double filed.
The iRacing.com pace truck makes the hard left turn. Chad Simpson on the loud pedal. We are back to green flag racing our lap number 47. 46.
Laser tried to time that one on the outside. Didn't quite get the timing down. Had to check up before the restart. He's going to work back to the outside of Steele, though, and try to hold on to second place.
It looks like Ryan Steele sort of found something there on the inside. You know, and just the thing about Bristol, too, is these lines will shift. You know, the outside line will be good, then the inside line. This track is kind of funny, but it's a lot of fun and it's hard to get a handle on.
It's definitely hard to get a handle on. I mean, we've seen it already. Guys spinning out all on their own, and it's very easy to do here with this transitional banking, this progressive banking. It's a little bit more banked up at the top, so if you get up on those seams in a bad way, it can really upset the race car.
Now, back in the 90s, this track was a very bottom feeder type racetrack. You can only win the race on the bottom. But ever since they did the grooving and the all the track work, they have made this a multi-groove racetrack, and the racing system has been phenomenal.
It's definitely a different style from what it used to be. Still short track racing. It's still going to have some tempers flaring. Just a little bit more racetrack to use.
Right now, these guys are starting to get a little bit single filed out. And right now we're focused up on the 17 truck of Wayne Hutchinson, as he's trying to get around David Weaver in that 16 truck. Not a lot doing there. And then you come back here. If this doesn't take you back to the 90s, I don't know what will. There's just something about the one and Skull that just belongs together.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, that truck's just. I will say that one, that Rick Mask throwback scheme is synonymous with short track racing. And as we get focused up on that number 5 truck, and that's Chad Stearns. They're finally starting to make some laps here. They're going to get single filed out.
Oh! Something happened down there. Like Daryl Scott might have had some contact with the one. Potentially with the outside wall.
Daryl Scott is definitely off the pace.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to bring it in.
Yeah, let's see what happened to Daryl Scott. looks like he just gets a little high. The truck, Liam, does not look comfortable.
And now we got a spin down the front straightaway. Heath Smith and Andy Werica go around.
Oh, yeah, there it is right there. And cue the 13 truck. That's going to slow the field down.
Definitely is.
Liam is lap 59, and we are under our, well, I lost count after 3.
I never keep count.
But with that being said, they're going to do wholesale pit stops. Maybe. They're going to make a fool out of me.
This would probably be the first time that the window is opened up for it.
You know, I love short track racing, but it has this drawback too. One, a lot of carnage and a lot of action. It's not a drawback, but the number of times that our ticker goes yellow. Right now, Chad Simpson continues to lead this race. Val Beltrami finds himself up there in that 3rd position. At number 4.
Just kind of staying quiet, but getting job done.
You know, to me, Bob Beltrami seems like one of those Bobby Labonte type guys where, you know, on the racetrack where you look up and there he is.
Mm-hmm.
Just running 3rd. You know, he's hanging down the top 5, top 10 all night. And then they're like, wow, where'd he come from, you know?
Well, he's definitely doing his best job of it tonight as he's gotten up to 3rd place by lap 61. Not a bad start for the Beltrami Salami machine. He's right behind the 2 front runners from most of the day so far, Chad Simpson and Ryan Steele. Lyle Swearengin sat on the pole. He's up to his outside. Rob Haynes in the 199 car. Showing 33 on the screen, sorry.
This is one of my funnest things to do when we do a restart with him. And that we're going to show these guys taking off. We're back to green flag racing. You're on board with Rob Haynes. Oh boy, that is so cool.
Yeah, it's a super tight racetrack, and these restarts they could be brutal. But Beltrami, he's worked his way up into 2nd place now. Let's see if he can find a bead on the back bumper of that 42.
Yeah, Beltrami just minding his business, just doing work, putting laps in, not really pressuring Chad Simpson to make a mistake. But I'm sure the opportunity presents itself, and we're going to caution.
Yeah, Bentley Glazer went around on the inside of the racetrack. Sounded like there was some contact, but I'm not sure who will.
And take a look. Did anybody say they were going to play ping pong today?
I did not.
Okay. Because I think Bentley Glazer is playing ping pong. This collects a whole mess of trucks. I mean, I hate it for Bentley. He's running so well. With that being said, since we're under caution, we're going to go ahead and step aside and take our first commercial break of the night. You're watching the Western States Racing League. I'm Alan Bergen. He's Liam Irving. We'll be right back. welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway as we are watching live the Bristol 200 and we are under caution once again. Here's what happened. Keith Kelman in that Essex Quick number 07 Chevrolet, and he's going to go right on around. You know, Liam, I give Keith Kelman a 9 on the spin. Back to the replay. The lights are out on that iRacing.com base truck. It's going to be Chad Simpson, Bob Beltrami on the front row. He made enough laps not to warrant a single file pit restart. The iRacing.com base truck pulls off the racing service. Chad Simpson on the loud pedal. We are back to green flag racing. Gets the jump on Beltrami down into turn number 1.
Really good jump there by the 42. Able to get out by a couple of car lengths, but Beltrami's been quick. Not gonna let him get away.
Beltrami, I feel like, is gonna catch Chad Simpson sleeping on that restart as we have a battle for the lead of Bruin here. Here on lap number 79, Liam, and Beltrami is there.
Yeah, he is. How aggressive does he want to play this right now, though? He's got a decent amount of space behind him, but Butch Davis is not
going to play nicely when he gets there. Beltrami doesn't want to use up all of his stuff this early. He knows he might be a little bit quicker than that 42.
You know what? I can agree with you. Scott Coogan in our pit lane. Christian Bishop, you know, how hard if you're Butch Davis and you know the top threes are right there and you know the top two drivers are right there in the crosshairs. How hard do you push both of them guys to make a mistake?
Well, I mean, it's pretty early right now. Still not quite halfway. When you're up this far at the front, you don't want to force anything, force any errors. You just want to be able to take advantage of the ones that happen around you. So I would imagine these guys aren't going to be pushing each other super hard.
Whoa!
There's a bit of a slide out of Butch Davis.
Get the tide ready because Butch Davis has a tide stanger ride program.
Yeah, like I said, they probably won't go too hard to push each other, but they might push themselves pretty hard. Oh, right. Spin! Keith Kelman right in front of the leader!
Whoa!
And Butch Davis, 43 on pit lane, missing his back bumper cover.
Oh! Well, Keith, if you were on some Christmas card lists, you're off of them now.
Well, that's going to bring pretty much everybody into the pits.
I will tell you this, Liam, from experience. I know Keith has to be beating himself up over that one. And, well, that had bad news written all over it. That truck just looked absolutely miserable. And I know Keith Kelman was not having fun.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of other guys got some damage up in there. Christian Bishop, of course, Butch Davis, who spun into the pit lane. Oh, I believe he might have hit his tail on the barrels when he went into the pit lane.
I know that, let's see here. Just want to take a real close look. The truck doesn't look too beat up there. So, you know, Chad Simpson didn't put him nose first into Keith Kelman, but it doesn't look bad.
No, not at all.
I mean, Chad Simpson was hard on the brakes, as well as everybody else. And he's trying to get rolled up enough.
Even with that, he decides to stay out, though. Christian Bishop, Chad Stearns, Chris Samard, Rob Haynes all stay out, take the top 5.
I mean, the good thing is about these trucks is, that, you know, especially on the short track, is they're not aero dependent. So I mean, you could beat these trucks up just a little bit and it'd still be okay.
Oh yeah, you could even have yourself a little bit of engine damage and probably still compete. Maybe not for the win, but definitely make up some position.
At least definitely be fast enough to be in the way.
The lights are off on the pace truck once again.
Chad Simpson going to lead us down with Christian Bishop to his outside, Chad Stearns and Chris Samard
Making up your first 2 rows.
We are back to green flag racing here at lap number 89. Chad Simpson gets the jump. Oh, Christian Bishop almost caught the sweet spot on Chad Stearns' bumper there.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to find yourself doing any of that.
Chad Simpson, you know, got a pretty good jump, but I think Christian was ready for him this time.
I'll see how Bob Beltrami does. He restarted in 12th place. Right now he's up to 11 after pitting for tires.
Whoa! And Christian Bishop's night just went from bad to worse. We were under caution once again.
And Rob Haynes is involved as well.
Let's see just happen here. Christian Bishop's gonna get loose. Around he goes. Oh, Rob Haynes catches the back end of Samard. This is what Rob Haynes saw. There goes Bishop going around and oh.
Yeah, it was a pretty decent size hit.
I mean, if anybody needs a chiropractor right now, it's gonna be Rob Haynes. You know, Liam, there's just something about Bristol that's just, man. I mean, so check this out. They've played football. 2025, they're playing baseball at Bristol. You name it, they've done it. They've had World of Outlaws, sprint car races here. They've hosted dirt races here. Cletus McFarland's been here with his Crown Vic race.
You know, if it wasn't so cold in April, I'd say they'd do WrestleMania here at some point, but
don't put it past them. You know, they've even had big rig races here.
oh yeah. We'll race everything at Bristol.
I mean, I think when the Atlanta Braves host the Cincinnati Reds next season, that's a lot of, even if you're not a baseball fan, you're curious.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
I mean, even though, Liam, that you're a Minnesota Twins fan, I'm a Cardinals fan, we're still gonna watch.
Probably, yeah.
iRacing
car makes a hard left turn.
Take it away.
Chad Simpson takes it away. Ryan Barnes to the outside. He's going to lose a couple of car lengths. And Andy Wericka tries to get in there for third.
And here we go. We're racing once again. Brian Barnes, Andy Werwick, and that number 73 truck on the outside. Here comes Lyle Swearington bringing that Mountain Dew Code Red machine to the inside. He's bringing the fight to the 73 truck.
Yeah, Bentley Glazer not too far behind. Bob Beltrami going to try to follow through as well. Not a great run right now for the 73. Old Tire's not doing what he needs him to. He's going to fall back to 7th place.
I mean, I'm impressed with Bentley Glazer as Christian Bishop going to take it off the racing circuit. Right.
Oh, and Lyle Swearingen goes around.
Oh, no. I will take the blame on that one. That is the broadcaster's curse.
No caution yet. We'll see if they'll throw it when the field drives past him. Looks like we're going to stay green.
He's got to point in the right direction, and here it is. He just gets a little... Oh, top of the turn, and the fact that Ryan Steele did not even hit him.
Yeah, that was some close quarters racing right there.
Great heads-up driving. A little bit deeper in the field. These guys have got their hands full for sure. Dan Bradington. I seen this truck at practice, Liam, and then, whoa, easy there. Come on, big fella. I seen this truck at practice, and I just fell in love with it. That's it.
Yeah, we saw him door banging a little bit there with Wayne Hutchison.
17 truck. Here comes David Weaver working to his outside. This might be the longest green flag run we've had so far tonight. As there is...
Why'd you say it?
I think I'm now off of Liam's script to start with. Daryl Scott goes around and okay. So Lyle Swearingen noses it into the wall, no caution. Daryl Scott spins, keeps it pointed in the right direction, and we go under caution. Explain that one.
Now they might be running by an unwritten 2 cars rule at this point, but I do not know.
Oh, wow. Brian Barnes is leading this one. And Liam, I got to tell you something, buddy. So my father, we're going to give my father a shout out. He started physical therapy this week, right? He went to LA to meet up with one of his friends. And he's at the airport in Long Beach, California. He falls on one of those safer barriers, and he breaks his femur.
Oh my.
No, it gets better. He wasn't upset about the femur being broke. He was upset because he had to miss out on The Price is Right.
Oh no. Poor guy.
The Price is Right. That shirt's made up.
Yeah,
But-
no, I'd be upset too.
I told him when he told me this, I said, look, dude, it's Drew Carey. He goes, I don't care if The Price is Right. But he's at home. He's doing good. He got in 2 weeks ago. Airline did him real good. So we're hoping that he has a fast recovery. Liam, we're under caution. We're going to shout you out too, hoping that you got a fast recovery from the under the weatherness. That's why Liam sounds like a call center guy right now, because he's got a little bit of a tickle of the throat.
Yeah, dude, I tell you what, that yell I did when 07 spun out in front of the field, I had to take a breather after that. My throat was not happy.
Well, I tell you what.
That's just what happens when you call a great league at a great track.
It's we get a green flag going out here.
See what Glazer can do up on the top side.
Bentley Glazer running what we would call the cushion in the dirt league, but right now it's just right up against the wall. I mean, he's running what I like to call that that Bobby Pierce type line, and he's right up there on that wall. He's not afraid to get up there in the marbles and slide that truck around and make some things happen.
Barnes doing a pretty good job holding on to the lead. Don't look now. Third place belongs to Bob Beltrami once again. He's worked his way up to the front of the field in a relatively quiet fashion. I haven't really seen him around very many incidents with the exception of the Keith Kelman spin that kind of took everybody for surprise up the front.
That almost reminded me of the Miata crash at Daytona.
Oh my. That was something else, man. Let me tell you.
If you don't know what we're talking about,
you see him wreck at first, and you're like, "Oh no!" And then they come back down the track, and you're like, "Oh no!"
I was gonna say, if you don't know, YouTube it.
When this race is over, of course, because Bentley Glazer's trying to take the lead up on the outside. He's got himself a nice run down the back straight.
Right, so he already has the lead. What a power move on the outside of Brian Barnes. Because Bob Beltrami, he's looking for second place and even more. Oh boy. 117 laps in. We have a new leader. Look out. Oh boy.
Yeah, that was mighty close there with Daryl Scott up on the top side.
Daryl Scott looked like he couldn't get out of his own way there.
That's just one of the downsides of being at a track like this when your car is not handling well. You just can't get out of the way. There could be people running top, middle, low. You're going to feel like the only way to get out of the way is to come to a complete stop, pull off, but you don't want to do that.
Right now, Todd Miles wins the race to the beer stand after only completing 2 laps here at Bristol. Chad Simpson finds himself back in the top 5 after being caught up in that Keith Tillman incident earlier on.
Well, he decided not to pit at that point and came in a little bit later. I'm not sure if he decided he had some damage they wanted looked at or if they just wanted to have a little bit fresher tires than the cars in front. But right now he's working out of the inside of Brian Barnes. Making some good time, but now Chris Samard is the next one in his line of vision.
Yeah, and you gotta give props to Chris Samard. He's Liam, he's always there. He just can't seem to put the later stages of that race together. But I got a feeling he's gonna get a win.
It's gonna happen. I mean, I would agree with you. I feel like we've seen people win races in so many different ways, all across iRacing and in real life. You just never know. You just got to try to set yourself up in position to be there, and whether you drive away with one early on or make a last-second strategy call to take it at the very end.
Right now, as it stands, Chris Samard is running in that 4th position. Ryan Steele, he's down 7 positions to where he started from. And, I mean, he had that truck sideways a couple different times here tonight at Bristol.
Definitely, but things are starting to heat up at the front. We've got
Trami's starting to close back in on Bentley Glazer, and Chad Simpson is running quicker lap times than the both of them.
There's that eyeball test right there, as Liam was alluding to, the Beltrami salami. You can see just how smooth Bob Beltrami is. And it's almost in like Bentley Glazer's diamonding the corner. A little diamond on the corner.
Here comes Simpson down to the inside, trying to take away second place. He's going to have it. Get a good clear up off of turn number 2. Now he's got about half a second between him and your race leader.
Whoa. There you see it there, folks. Chad Simpson's got the run. He's got the lead.
Big time slide there for Bentley Glazer. It's going to cost him the lead. He's going to try to stay in on his door on entry, but he just wasn't able to. Chad Simpson back to the lead of this race with 68 laps to go. Oh, we got one around down the backstretch. That's Brazington.
And let's see what happened to Dan Brazington and that 29 truck.
He jumped straight to the pit, so we shouldn't see a yellow for that. However, I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a yellow for another single car insert.
Oh, that one made my back hurt.
Mine already hurts, so I just try not to look.
Well, Trami's starting to close in for second place now.
But Chad Simpson is just driving away. He's been about 2 to 2.5 tenths quicker than everybody behind him.
Well, here's that back of the field. Bentley, your Chad Simpson, just went around the 46 truck of Earl Weaver. And that's going to put Earl Weaver another lap down. There we go. The 60 truck once again goes another lap down. You know, say, hey, where do you need me at? Where am I going to be out of your way at? Beltrami, he's going to go around that 62 truck. Laser's going to go around him.
Yeah, as you guys saw, Beltrami was able to get that second spot away. With over 60 laps to go, these tires going to equalize out in a way that he's going to be able to get back up to the race lead.
And these guys are single filed out now, so.
Yeah, only 9 drivers on the lead lap, so traffic, while it can still definitely come into factor, it's going to be a lot of slower cars that should be fairly easy for your leaders to get around. Not all of them, but definitely more than there were at the beginning of the race.
Well, just as you say that, Chad Simpson's going to come up on the 73 truck.
Yeah, Andy Werica, he's fighting to stay on the lead lap for right now.
With Chad Simpson as fast as he is, it's only going to be a matter of laps. Finally succumbs to the 43 truck.
Yeah, he's just got to try to hope that a yellow falls his way or something like that, or maybe he can pull off a little bit more speed. But he's going to make a move to the inside of Scott Kukas here. Good follow through by the 42.
He's going to stave it off that 42 truck for a little bit, not too much longer. About 5 more laps and he's going to put Andy Warwick a lap down.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have much time anymore.
There it is. On the other side. Warwick is going to catch a little bit of the wall, and Warwick is going to go a lap down. Ryan Steele is the next truck in danger of losing a lap to Chad Simpson.
Yeah, but he's trying to battle with William Fletcher.
He's gotten close to that back bumper. He's definitely been a little bit closer.
This is a pass for position here.
There's William Fletcher in that number 28 truck. These guys are battling out for here. Now, when you're Chad Simpson, when you finally catch these two.
Oh, trouble!
Oh. And even more trouble.
Wade Hutchison, I believe, has gone around.
And I believe you are correct.
All right.
Little you spin. Butch Davis slapped the wall and what? Oh.
I'm going to just go out on a limb and say that a lot of people might come into pit this time.
Wayne Hutchison just Kyle Larson the barrels. But if wholesale pit stops are on your bingo card.
We'll see who decides to stay out.
Virtually nobody. William Fletcher stays out, of course.
Yeah, we'll see if he sticks with that and how well that works for him.
While these guys are doing pit stops, well, scratch that. The 46 of Earl Weaver, he's in front of the 28 truck of William Fletcher. Chad Simpson's going to come out in second position out of the pits. Bob Beltrami finds himself in third. If I'm William Fletcher, I'm death gripping the wheel when this thing goes back to green because Simpson and the rest of them are going to come in fury.
Yes. Yes, they are. Got Chad Simpson, who's been one of the dominant drivers all race. Bob Beltrami, he's spent a considerable amount of time in the top three. Bentley Glazer, you know he's fast on these restarts. Ryan Barnes and Chris Samard round out your drivers on the lead lap.
These guys are going to get nailed up 2 by 2. Noah's Ark fell behind the iRacing.com pace truck. And Earl Weaver needs to go on around the pace truck. He's sure get that way around.
Yeah, he was just kind of deciding not to take it there. He's going to move forward, and now we've got 28-42 on the front row. Less than 50 to go.
We are back to green flag racing. Chad Simpson's going to get the whole shot on the outside. He's going to bring Bentley Glazer right along with him. And Liam, this is what we alluded to.
Well, Trami's got nowhere to go. He's going to lose a couple spots. Now he's going to have to try to jump in behind Chris Samard. Ryan Barnes getting in there too, but everybody just leaving that 28 car out to dry. Oh, here comes Beltrami down to the inside. He's going to try to pull a slider on him. Doesn't even have to slide up the racetrack. Barnes is going to get around him as well as the 68 of Swearingen.
Wow, Swearingen 1 lap down. 2-year race leader. And William Fletcher holding on to that 6th position for dear life.
Fastest lap of the race just went to 3rd place, Chris Samard with 14:75.
That's hauling the mail around this joint, especially this late in the race.
That is insane speed.
Chad Simpson just 14:73.
So he answers to the fastest lap. Let's see if Bentley Glazer can get up there and put one down. No, but Brian Barnes with a 14:68.
Wow.
These guys are really hauling the mail. They know it's the last set of tires. They know this could be the last run.
And Bentley Glazer looking to the inside of Chad Simpson for the race lead. Not quite there, but give him just a few laps to figure it out.
Always going to be tough to make that pass on the inside, but it's not impossible.
There he goes. There he goes.
How clean do you want to be
Ooh.
here? Oh, a little bit of a scrape into the wall from the 42 truck.
Simpson grabs the wall, a little bit of it, and that's going to allow Bentley Glazer. Liam, I feel like that Glazer and Simpson have been a magnet for each other all race long. Whoa!
There it is, the big time magnet. Around goes the 42.
And Chad Simpson's night just went from bad to about as worse as you can get.
I just got sideways coming up off of the corner, and Alan, your timing is awful.
Oh. Wow, that. Liam, I think I'm going to be off some Christmas card list.
I think Bentley Glazer got a penalty for incidents.
Oh no.
We'll see how that affects his standing in this race, but looks to be Chris Simard and Bob Beltrami on the front row.
And we are under 45 laps to go.
We're specifically under 35.
Look, we're doing St. Louis math, okay?
Oh. Another restart coming up here. Could be getting the lights off here, so Bob Beltrami will be on the outside, Chris Simard on the inside. Brian Barnes and William Fletcher. Chad Simpson and Bentley Glazer. There's going to be about 33 to go on the restart here. Simard and Beltrami. Who are the last ones standing? Who's going to get to the checkered flag first?
We're green. Chris Simard got that jump that Chad Simpson's been getting all night long. Beltrami just cannot take off on these restarts for some reason.
Yeah, he always seems to be better on laps like 2 to 5 after the restart compared to that first one.
Right now, Brian Barnes, Bob Beltrami, and Chris Simard is your top three. But here comes that Bad Fast 42 truck.
And these guys are coming up on Bentley Glazer. He's going to be hoping for a real quick caution here with 30 to go.
I think that truck's just a little too beat up now.
It might be.
There's the eyeball test. Bentley Glazer and Danger are going to lap down. Ryan's still going to pull it off on the apron.
Kind of stabilizing here behind Bentley Glazer. There's not a real reason to push. if there's no push coming from behind you.
No, there's not.
Last time around, Beltrami was about a tenth quicker. A little bit loose there for Samard. Pretty much equal in terms of lap times between the top two, though. Beltrami's, he's not letting him get away.
I think this is the closest that Beltrami's been to the leader just all race long.
It'll be a tough timing here.
Whoa.
It was hard. He got loose there underneath Daryl Scott. He goes way up into the wall. Daryl Scott does.
That was the mistake that Beltrami was looking for. If he'd been just a little bit closer, he'd been at the door of Chris Lamar.
How long do you wait before you start to put that bumper down? He's looking to the inside once again. Up into the wall goes Weaver. Gonna stay right up there. That's a tough spot for everybody.
And this is
in green.
I was gonna say this is where Beltrami is so good at these races. He's a strategist. He's gonna force you to make a mistake. He's not gonna wreck you. He's gonna race you clean, but he's gonna force you to make that mistake.
He's got to try to force that pass to the lead soon because he's got a mirror full of Brian Barnes and Chad Simpson. Although there's Samard getting a little bit loose. Like Beltrami had to react. Couldn't quite take advantage. Side by side down the front straightaway.
Oh, I'm just loving this. Give the advantage of Bob Beltrami momentarily.
Guys giving each other plenty of space. Beltrami noses a front at the line that time.
This could almost be the race of the year. Samard up in the defense.
Beltrami's almost clear. Not quite. Samard drives it in deep up on the top side.
Enter into the picture, Chad Simpson.
Barnes has fallen off a little bit. Chad Simpson moves up into third place. We're coming to 15 laps to go. 16 this time around. And if you're Beltrami, you want to complete this pass on Samard before anything else. Oh, Samard's going to get up and scrape the wall a little bit. Can Beltrami get up and get clear? He's going to dive it in. Scott Kukas up on the top side, going to try to use him as a pick.
Oh!
It's going to allow the 42 of Simpson to move into second place, but Beltrami takes over the lead.
Samard trying to battle back. It's almost as if Chad Simpson used the 242 truck and Scott Kukas as a pick.
Beltrami definitely tried to. It worked for a moment, but here comes Simpson down to the inside.
And Bob Beltrami has to be aggressive. He's got to go on defense. Chad Simpson's going for the lead. Give the lead to Chad Simpson. That's going to bump Beltrami back to second. Beltrami giving pursuit. He's going to go cross him over.
Yeah, there's a lot of traffic here.
They both have to navigate it. Who's going to be better at getting around the lap car?
It's like Simpson, just because he was the first one to get there. 10 laps to go this time around.
They got clean racetrack ahead of them.
Don't look now. Look who's in third place. I should say you should look now. Lyle Swearingen, your pole sitter.
Where
Back
did
up
he come
into
from?
third place. He's had himself an up and down day involving a spin or two. Worked his way back up into third. He might be able to chase down Beltrami for second.
The sands of the hourglass are running out for Bob Beltrami if he's going to have any shot at getting back in the lead.
I think he might have used up too much of his stuff too early. Now Lyle Swearingen moves down to the inside. Simpson gets up into the wall a little bit. That's not what you want. Swearingen closes in pretty big, pretty considerably as we come to 6 laps to go.
Whoa!
Lyle Swearingen. He is a man on a mission right now.
Swearingen. We're on board.
It's a little bit slidey. 5 laps to go for Chad Simpson or Lyle Swearingen.
It's going to take a small miracle.
Well, we saw a mistake out of Simpson before. As long as he stays out of that wall, I think he's going to be okay. But we saw how much Swearingen gained by just a little bit of a wall scrape. You got to be perfect here for these last 3. 1.5 miles to go.
3 laps to go here from Bristol Motor Speedway. William Fletcher up in the 3rd spot. Nonetheless, Chad Simpson pops up the 6th in the air. Liam, bring us back around one more time.
One more time around. They're side by side for the lead. Swearingen, he's going to try to give it everything he's got. Slides just a bit coming up off of the corner. He's going to dive it in. Does he have enough? Doesn't look like it, though. Chad Simpson's going to come up off of the corner and win it by a fender.
Oh, boy. Lyle Swearingen and William Fletcher going to round out your podium here tonight. Valiant effort by Bob Beltrami to didn't quite get it done. Brian Barnes will round out your top 5. We wait for the top 3 to make their way into the Tony Trapasso Memorial Broadcast booth.
Chad Simpson's going to burn it down. That was definitely a fantastic race here at Bristol for the Western States Racing.
He deserves to burn it. This is going to be a fun one. Fans cheering on FBR. And we'll go ahead and talk to our race winner here. Chad Simpson, how's it going?
I mean, mixed feelings. It's going well because I won, but that race was awful.
Hey, at least it looked good on the broadcast. But take us through that incident there with Keith Kelman, and you know what was going through your mind as you seen him go around right in front of you.
Well, Kelman had already self-spun in that same spot, like, I don't know, 10 laps before that. So whenever he did that, he slid to the bottom. So when I saw him do it again, I figure history repeats. And he would slide down low, and I went up high. He didn't slide down low, and I just kind of bumped into him. But I guess I luckily didn't get any damage from that one. Sorry to Bentley. You know, this setup just, when you drive it hard, it just goes on you. And I got into Bentley. I gave him a 12x penalty. So sorry to him, but it was just survival, really.
Yeah, so now we move back to the 1.5 mile racetracks. What are your thoughts as we look before John through the season?
I'm very glad to not have to race here. Hopefully ever again, but probably not. This should probably be on the banned tracks list with Martinsville in New Hampshire. The 1.5 miles, it's all about saving tires, and we're okay at that, but not the best. We'll see how they go.
Look, man, before we get you out of here, is there anybody you'd like to take to help get you here tonight?
And thanks to Seraph Secure, FER Sim Accessories Creation Studio, Ellis Engineering, Sim Motion, FGTFR, Satellite Racing, FPR Motorsports, the admins competition committee. Hopefully, have a discussion. Fan club. We finally got a Tuesday night win, so celebrate that.
Well, I will say this: Babs is in the YouTube.com live chat and says FBR baby, that's my boy.
She's always there.
So, nonetheless, congratulations on the win, and go celebrate your team.
All right, thanks.
And that was Chad Simpson. Now, next into the broadcast booth is our second place finisher, Lyle Swearingen. Lyle, it looked like you were going to come back and possibly win this thing, but Chad Simpson just had the better truck here tonight.
Yeah, I usually don't do good on the short run here. I always come on the long run, and I had to drive it pretty hard after getting the lucky dog on that last restart to try to get by all the lap down trucks to get back with the lead lap guys, and wore out a bunch of tire doing it, but I think I still had a better pace than him. But right when I got to him, I was starting to get loose, so I tried to calm it down a little bit, make a last dash for it with 2 to 3 to go, and maybe one more lap. But it was still fun though. Had a blast racing the teammate there.
Yeah, and so here we are. We're leaving Bristol. Do you think this track should be on the banned track list?
It's this truck and the setup on this track right now is a little dangerous. Hard to really race guys without possibly looping it, and I looped it during the race myself. Luckily, didn't get much major damage from it, but it's a high line track, but also you wear your right rear out quicker. Seb has a ton of air on the right sides. It just, after maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 laps, depending on how you run it, you're already loose. And your stint is you could go 120 laps on a tank, but, for this race, if it stayed green, you're expecting to go at least 100. It's just hard to really race guys and have fun without worrying about dying in the middle of the corner. So, I don't mind it, but I would understand if it ended up on the ban list.
Well, look, man, before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you'd like to think to help get you here tonight?
Yeah, the guys at FBR that I race with every week, WSRL for putting up the races on Tuesdays and Fridays, the FBR Sim Accessories Creation Studio brand, our buddy Samard racing with a caster on his left foot. I imagine that's probably not that fun, but hopefully he gets healed up and gets that boot off so he can be a little faster. And we'll see what we got for him next week.
All right, man. Well, congratulations on the second place run, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
And ladies and gentlemen, that was the voice of Lyle Swearingen. William Fletcher not joining us in the booth for his interview here tonight, but with that being said, we're going to go ahead and go over those race results right now. As Chad Simpson parks it in victory lane. There we go. Chad Simpson goes ahead and parks it in victory lane. Lyle Swearingen finishes second. William Fletcher rounds out your podium. The Beltrami Salami Machine, Bob Beltrami, finishes in that 4th position, while Brian Barnes rounds out your top 5. Chris Samard, boot and all, will finish 6th in the V-Speed number 77. Bentley Glazer will finish 7th, 1 lap down. Andy Warwick will finish 8th. 9th will go to Barry Phil. Scott Kukas round out your top 10. Scott Breitsman, Earl Weaver, David Weaver, and Wayne Hutchison will round out your 12th, 13th, and 14th finish spots, while Daryl Scott, Ryan Steele, and Butch Davis will finish 15th, 16th, and 17th, while Dan Brazington out of FBR will finish 18th. Finishing 19th will be Christian Bishop. Rob Haynes will finish 20th. Dustin Burns will finish 21st. Chad Stearns will finish 22nd. Keith Kelman tonight went from bad to worse. 2 spins, 1 in front of the leader. He'll finish 23rd. While James Campbell finishes 24th. 25th goes to Heath Smith. Julian Ricci finishes 26th. Dennis Husan finishes 27th. JTW will finish 28th. And finally, rounding out your field will be Charlie Widener, and winning the race at the beer stand will be none other than Todd Miles. Want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight on the Western States Racing League, as we brought you 200 exciting laps. Want to give a shout out and well wishes to Liam Irving. Want to thank him for joining me here at the Tony Trapasso Memorial Studio, just south of St. Louis. And each and every day, as you walk through the streets of life, please don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.